Koda.
Alright, hi, welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm going to take you through my first week with Koda. I do want to go ahead and say that you will see a different type of training, and I'm sure most of you know what it is, which is clicker training. I decided I wanted to clicker train Koda just because I found traditional methods didn't seem to work as well for either of us. And especially after doing some reading into clicker training and video watching, I figured it just would be the best option for him and myself. So I decided I was going to give clicker training a shot, and it seems to be going really well, and he actually seems interested in his training. And to get more into this, unfortunately, Koda has a lot of struggles, and I'm highly suspicious of mistreatment in his past. I know he did not have a pleasant time at the boarding facility that I had him at for a while we were getting the fence ready and other preparations for him, which I will go into more depth about Koda in another video about what I mean about not having a pleasant time, but I will just go ahead and say he tends to get stressed around food and has attacked multiple people on multiple occasions around it. So, you know, a lot of people are like, if he gets stressed around food, how am I clicker training? And I do that through protected contact. And there's definitely a personality switch when I'm in the pasture going to feed him. There's been such a personality switch where I've actually had to leave the pasture and I've had to block him from biting me. But yeah, I will go into more depth eventually about how serious Koda's attacks were and why he attacked. But again, that's not for today, so if you want to see a video of me going into depth about that, please keep a lookout. So to start off on Koda's training, it's been a lot of little steps and multiple huge steps backwards. I decided a good way to start bonding with him would be to do simple like exercises and tricks along with some light grooming.
There we go. Good boy.
All training, including grooming, is starting off in protected contact to keep us both safe from each other. And I do have to say, grooming is mood-based. I do a little bit outside the fence and, you know, keeping a fence between him and I, and a little inside the fence. So in this video, you see me and Koda working on target training, which is really just refreshing him because he has a pretty good grasp on target training. I don't know how he would be in the pasture. I tried to work on training him in the pasture with walking on a lead rope, and he started getting really frustrated and started having that personality switch that I talked about earlier in this video. You'll also see in today's video that I work on a kissing trick. So basically, I ask him to give me a kiss, and he does, and I click end reward. You'll notice he almost always has his ears pinned back, not like in a super like, you know, aggressive manner, but like not really sure how to describe it, but you'll notice that, and I think that's partially due to some of the stress he has around food, because I don't think it's a totally relaxed, you know, I don't think he's relaxed. I think he's a little bit tense, which I think is going to come with time, so long as he knows he's not going to get, you know, beat or anything like that. Because at some point in the video, you will see him kind of flinch away when I come up with like a brush, and he, you know, acts as though he's about to get smacked in the face or something. It's not super dramatic, but he does have a lot of those moments where he'll flinch away and do like a drastic move away with sudden movements, and even not so sudden movements. So yeah, I mean, keeping this video very short because I really didn't get much footage because I've been trying to really focus on me and him and less about what I'm recording. I do really like to get these progress videos, and I'm very curious how much progress we will make, you know, throughout time. You know, in next week's video, I'm hoping we'll see what, you know, Koda says and what happens, but I'm hoping to work on a foot command for him to start picking up his feet on his own and letting me touch or hold them. He does not let anyone hold his feet. I will go into more detail about that in the next video or whenever I do that foot command. So yeah.
take it real slow. You know we got what you need, baby, so take it, move along. I said we got what you need, honey, come and groove along. Come on. Rolling on the highway and the beat up. Wow! Come on, and groove along. Come on. Said babe, I said babe, oh honey, come and groove along. You gotta feel it, yeah, you gotta move along. Gotta feel it, feel it, feel it, feel you gotta feel it, feel it, feel it, feel you gotta feel it. On the roadway, you gotta move along. Baby, gotta move along. I said, baby, you gotta move along. I said, honey, take it real slow. I said, honey, take it real slow. Oh, you gotta groove on. You gotta groove on.
I can't keep up with that.
Koda, kiss. Good boy.
I want to get it a couple of times.